Hi there, it's me, Joe, and I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to teach you different ways to say the word very. Lots of people use this word. In fact, it's one of the most overused words by English students. It's a fine English word, there's nothing wrong with it, but if you use it too much, then you will seem like a person with a small vocabulary. Now, you study hard, you learn lots of words. If you use those words, you'll sound more like a native speaker. Okay? So this video is going to teach you lots of words to replace very and very plus an adjective so that you can improve your vocabulary. You can get better at listening when you hear these new words, have better understanding because you know what they mean, and become more fluent. Okay? These are all important things. So there's going to be three main parts. I'm going to talk about different words for very and some common collocations. I'm going to talk about very plus adjectives and give you a little quiz. And at the end, there's going to be a funny paragraph. Okay? So those three parts are this whole lesson. Let's get started. So the first thing is different words for very plus collocations. So one of the most common, a better word for very is phenomenally. And it goes a long way with the word phenomenally well. So for example, she did phenomenally well in the contest. Okay, so that means very well. Another one is extremely. And extremely goes together quite often with the word cold. Extremely cold. For example, winters in Canada can be extremely cold. All right. Another one, extraordinarily. Extraordinarily. And that goes very often with the word beautiful. She is an extraordinarily beautiful girl. Okay? And the last one, another way to say very is overly. Overly goes an awful lot, often with the word spicy. I don't like my food overly spicy. Okay? Too spicy, it doesn't taste good to me, it just hurts my mouth. These synonyms for very are put before adjectives to increase their meaning or their strength. Okay? Now you've made it this far in the video. Fantastic. What I want to do is tell you a secret code. Now, what do you do with the secret code? You send me a direct message on Instagram at Teacher Joe Crossman, and then I'll know that you're a great student and I should perhaps help you more and chat with you a little bit more, give you some advice. So the first secret code is Korean food is spicy. Okay? So don't stop yet. There are two more secret codes and lots of learning. Let's go on to part 2. This is the very plus adjectives quiz. So I'm going to give you a very expression, 2 words, very plus another word, and then up here there's going to be 2 choices. You choose which one of them you think is the correct word for that meaning. Okay? Then I'll tell you the answers. Here we go. So the first word is vulgar. Does that mean very rude or very cheap? The right answer is very rude. Very rude. Somebody who's vulgar, they say bad words all the time. They not a person you want your grandmother to be talking to. Okay? The next one, number 2, is perilous. Does that mean very risky or very smelly? It means very risky. Okay? A perilous situation. Next we've got Immaculate. Immaculate. Does that mean very still or very clean? And the right answer is very clean. Okay? Hospitals have to be immaculate. Next we have colossal. Does colossal mean very cold or very big? It means very big. All right? So a colossal failure is a very big failure. Next word is arduous. Arduous, does this mean very difficult or very lovely? The right answer is very difficult. That was an arduous journey. Okay. Next we have destitute. Does destitute mean very poor or very designed? It means very poor. Okay. If you say those people are destitute, that means they're really, really poor. Next, we got the word sluggish. What do you think? Does that mean very disgusting or very slow? It means very slow. A slug is an animal that travels very slowly. So if you're feeling sluggish, that means you're feeling a bit slow today. All right, what about the word grave? Does that mean very serious or very dead? It means very serious. A grave situation or grave news. Next, we have parched. Parched, does that mean very thirsty or very permanent? It means very thirsty. All right. We got 3 more. What about sage? Does that mean very tasty or very wise? It means very wise. Okay? He's a sage man. He is very sage. How about arid? Does that mean very dry or very angry? Arid means dry. The desert is very dry, so it is arid. And the last one, expansive. All right, does that mean large, very large, or very costly? And this one, it's you may have gotten tricked on this one. It means very large, expansive, like an expansive desert or expansive piece of property. Costly means expensive. All right. So we finished the quiz. How many of the 12 did you get right? Tell me down below. And you've come this far, fantastic. Here is the second secret code. It is, I am often quite thirsty. All right? Anybody who knows me knows I drink a lot of water. All right, so that's the second secret code. Next, we have to do the funny paragraph. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a funny paragraph, and I'll read it to you. Then you're going to see there's many, an overuse of the word very. Then I'm going to give you some possible words to go in those blanks. We take out the words with very and see if you can guess the correct words to go in those blanks. All right? So here's the original paragraph. Here are a few pieces of very important advice. Please remember, do not take life too seriously, because here's the very sad ending. You will never get out of it alive. Secondly, it's also important to find a man who is very rich, a man who loves you very much, and a man who is very talented in the bedroom. Finally, it is essential that these 3 very great men never meet. Okay? You see, there's lots of varies in there, okay? Too many. Now here is the paragraph with blanks and with words along the top, and I'll talk you through it and give you the answers. All right? Okay, here is the same paragraph, The very plus adjective expressions have been removed. And along the top, you can see 5 new words: accomplished, essential, adores, miserable, and wealthy. So, which one of those words do you think goes in the first blank? Here are a few pieces of advice. The first right answer is essential, essential advice. That means very important. Now next we go, because here's the ending. Which word means very sad? Can you guess? So the word that means very sad is miserable. Let's go on to the next one. What word means a man who is very rich? Yes, so wealthy is the word we're looking for there. The next blank means a man who loves you very much. Which word along the top means that? The word that means loves you very much is adores you. Now the next one, we want a man who is very talented in the bedroom. Which word do you think means that? One word that means very talented is gifted. And for the last blank, what word means very great? Can you guess? A word that means very great is accomplished. So now let's listen to the paragraph again. Here are a few pieces of essential advice. Please remember, do not take life too seriously, because here's the miserable ending. You will never get out of it alive. Secondly, it's also important to find a man who is wealthy, a man who adores you, and a man who is gifted in the bedroom. Finally, it is essential that these 3 accomplished men never meet. Awesome. All right. So that is the end of this lesson. Tell me which 2 or 3 words that you learned that you think are your favorites. Tell me those down below. And here is the 3rd secret code. Joe's paragraph is hilarious. All right. And if you want to keep learning, you want to keep listening to my wonderful voice, me, perhaps see my beard again, I'm going to put a link here. You can click on that and continue learning, because that's the most important thing. So I really hope you do. More practice leads to better vocabulary, better speaking, better listening, better skills. All right? By the way, I hope to become wealthy next week. All right. See you later.